Hi everyone, this is Korosh Erfani, and today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. This program is entitled Year of Wars. We are talking about 2026, and we have just passed 7 days, not more, and we can already qualify this year as Year of Wars. Several wars that are coming. As you know, today the private army of the Israeli president of the United States, Stephen Miller, killed American citizens, and it happened in the Minneapolis. And you can see her here. So that's ICE. I had told you when they started effectively the activity of ICE that the ICE is an Israeli established military, paramilitary entity in the United States in order to trigger civil war. And this is what is happening. At that time, for many people, it was a little hard to believe that this entity is completely Israeli, but now some other people start to say things about that. Listen to this, it's very interesting.
That I associate myself with, went through some public records and found over 2,000 ICE agents, right? Well, throughout those 2,000 ICE agents, specifically 121 of them, right, had experience as an ex-IDF soldier. If you went up and down this entire list of individuals, you'd notice that their last names in particular, right, all lead back to one specific location with no other job experience. And maybe
all right, this is it. Many of them are already known as the IDF soldiers, the former IDF soldiers, or the actual IDF soldiers. We are talking about the Israeli American, the Israeli who have the American citizenship. They kill in Gaza, they kill in the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria, or if necessary in Minneapolis, Chicago, Los Angeles, and so on. So that's the idea, to kill effectively the Americans here in such a way that at the end of the day, in order to bring down the empire, Israel can have a civil war in the United States. So everything is okay, and everything goes effectively in this direction without any problem. You remember a few days ago they tried to capture President Maduro in Venezuela, and we're talking about drug traffic or the immigration, the things like that. So now we have the proof that the Americans in this operation get rid of a lot of infrastructure of this country. Here it's a matter of bombing a medical supplies distribution center, which had the supplies for nephrology program for patients undergoing, hemodialysis. And of course, it's a matter of 9,000 people with the kidney issues that are going to die. In another one, we got also this interesting news that in January 3rd attack, they bombed and destroyed completely the facilities of the Mathematics Center of Venezuelan Institute of Scientific Research. As you can see, it's completely destroyed. Also, with that, several research centers of the institute, the Physics Center, Chemistry Center, Ecology Center, and Nuclear Technology Unit. So the model and the pattern is exactly the same that we saw by Israel in Gaza. So as you can see, everything in the United States is now going on in the same direction that Israel is dictating. That's what we called Israelization of the United States, that started in January 2025. And from that moment, as you can see, everything goes in this direction. Not only that, but they decided to take control of a lot of things. They says the Russian tankers, and they are promising that they are destroying the whole South America. For example, one of the cannibals known as Senator Tom Cotton here is promising that we are taking care of everywhere. The lights are literally going to go off. They are not going to be able to pay policemen and firefighters or teachers. Talking about Venezuela. So what he says is that U.S. gonna hurt and starve all Venezuelans unless they abide. If they don't follow what Israel through the United States dictate to the Venezuelan people, so they will starve. They will be in dark. That's the prediction for what they do. Another cannibal here is telling us that U.S. will fix Cuba, Nicaragua, and other countries. This is Senator Rick Scott, one of the Zionist Israelis that is very professional, effectively, in this matter. So, what we said regarding 2026 with the Venezuela issue, we said that we are starting a year with a lot of potential wars that are coming. So Russia started effectively, here it's the guy, the alien Rick Scott, with $385,000 from AIPAC. We said that they tried to seize the Russian tankers, and Russia is mobilizing everything in order to face, this situation. They want really, the Russians want to stand up. So that's why they are preparing a military answer. I told you that the United States is triggering effectively the Third World War. The people are asking how. This is how effectively. Russians are getting ready to give a serious answer to what has happened, because three Russian oil tankers have been either seized or attacked somehow by drones. So that's why the Russians are preparing their plan to answer. On the other hand, China is getting ready. Here we have a breaking news, according to which China has hacked the email system used by congressional staff that are working for the House committees. So they know everything about these secret negotiation in these committees. And on the other hand, China announced that it's also getting ready for war. So they said that here China issues a stark warning to the United States, saying, if you want war, war will come. If you seek to destroy China, you will be destroyed. So Beijing says it will not fire the first shot, but it will not allow a second shot to be fired against it. So we can see how effectively everything is making for a war coming. I am talking about an international war, and this is the situation. Why so? Because the United States is a lost cause. The American empire is a lost cause, guys. Here you have the retired French General Michael Yakovlev that is saying that NATO is collapsing if Trump tries to get the Greenland by force and says that we cannot, face militarily the United States, but what we can do is to get rid of the United States from Europe. So we will kick off the United States from Europe, saying that we can do it in all the European countries and in the Mediterranean. So that's why the United States is getting more and more potentially isolated from the world. China, Russia, South America, and now it's a matter of even Europe. So the Americans are sending a lot of equipment and weapons to Europe in order to bring them to the Persian Gulf, and on the other hand, Iranians are getting the famous missiles called Iskandar by the Russian, and as you know, Iskandar is able to carry nuclear warheads. So what the Iranians have to put at the head of this missile, we don't know, nuclear, or some people are talking about another alternative for nuclear. But anyway, we can see that the war is getting prepared effectively. So why the United States is doing so? What happens to the Americans? I said it's a lost cause. And as you know, President Trump yesterday said that we are not going to have really the elections, midterm elections, because it would be a reason or an opportunity to impeach me. So here, as you can see, everything is obvious. So if Democrats win the 2026 midterm, they plan to impeach and remove Trump, refer him to DOJ, Department of Justice, for prosecution, investigate his cabinet and refer them to the DOJ for prosecution, and defend ICE and refer ICE agents to the DOJ for prosecution. So, which means that the whole entity, I am talking about the Trump administration on the whole, it will be effectively completely dismantled. So do you think that this bunch of mafious criminal will let the American democracy do that? The Democrat planning this kind of things. So here another affirmation for that. House Democrats are working with moderate Republicans to reach 218 to impeach Trump before March the 31st for abuse of power. So that's why this guy has a very limited time to trigger a real war. Not only a limited war in the Caribbean region, but the global war, in order to get rid of this pressure by the Democrats, and so on. Here, as you can see, he has just decided to withdraw from global groups on a lot of things regarding the United Nations, including the climate group and much more. So which means that for the United States now, the future of the planet is not important at all. So these are the effects and the result of Israelization of the United States. And when I say Israelization, we are talking about these criminal. Look at what they are doing just today, to the Gaza. They are destroying completely what had been already destroyed. They are killing the people alive in the fire. On the other hand, we know that this is what they are doing. Look at that. This is in the Jordan Valley. They are preparing effectively. They are getting rid of mines over there, the minefields, so that the Israeli tanks can go inside of Jordan. Effectively, right? So practically they are preparing everything to invade all the countries around Israel in the Middle East. They don't have any plan for their future. This is the situation in Israel, as you can see. They are killing, and you see now. Here we can see the Israeli soldiers killing the Palestinian students in the Birzeit University in the West Bank. So they don't have any plan. What they want is just to destroy anything, to kill anyone. This is what they did to Lebanon. Look at that. Look at what they did yesterday by an attack in the southern Lebanon while it's a matter of ceasefire. You know, everything they find, they destroy in the West Bank, in Gaza, in Lebanon, and very soon in the whole Middle East. Why? Because of that. Look at this. This is Israel. You know, the people are reporting civil war is about to erupt in Israel. Look at their life. Look at their miserable life, you know, under Netanyahu and the extremists of his team. These are the Israelis, you know. They don't have any chance to have a normal life over there. So in order to avoid effectively this possible civil war, they don't have any other option but waging a war across the whole Middle East. And you remember I was talking about the Judo imperialism, right? I was talking about the Abrahamic capitalism, the whole capitalism, and at the top of that, the Zionism is in deep crisis. This is the situation for the United Kingdom. This Israeli Prime Minister Starmer is announcing effectively the intent of putting boots on the ground with the deployment of forces to Ukraine. So it wants to bring the British troops over there in order to trigger the war between NATO and Russia on behalf of Israel. So another country to start the war with Russia is France. And if you want to know, because the French government is in this situation, look at all these thousands and thousands of farmers with tractor coming to Paris effectively. Why? Because they don't want to obey effectively the orders of the European community that is getting completely French agriculture destroyed. Right? So all the capitalist country, all the Western countries are in deep trouble, and that's why they don't have any other choice but waging war. So civil war is a real risk in the United States. Israel wants a civil war in the United States so that it can bring the United States toward its favorite war, which is the war against Iran. The Americans have to go, to attack on Iran so that Israel can get what it wants. What it wants is to destroy Iran, to completely disintegrate Iran, and to get the greater Israel in the Middle East, because after that they want to do it with the Turkey, with the Pakistan, with all the Arab countries and the region. So in short, I have to say that we are living the year of wars. At the beginning, just a few days after starting this year, we can be sure that this year will be the year of wars, multiple wars, and as I see with the seriousness of the situation, with the gravity of the situation, we can be waiting for a global war and even the Third World War. So the only way to avoid it is to do something. But I am talking about the people. I am not talking about the 80 million morons who voted for this criminal and his team in order to come and to destroy the planet. To destroy the United States, to destroy the whole planet. I am talking about those who feel responsible somehow. Responsible, I am alluding to the responsibility regarding the human species, to the human civilization, to the human future, to the fate of humanity. So that's why we have to think about how we can take care of this, how we can stand up, how we can, make a social, popular front in the face of these criminals who are here in order to destroy us, to destroy all of us one after another. We don't have any other choice but resisting. We need effectively a global social resistance composing of any decent human being that wants effectively to keep the life, sustainability, the life sustainability on Earth, on this planet. So that's why we have to mobilize, you have to organize, you have to spread the word out, so that we can have more and more conscious people and informed nations, and together with an international solidarity, effectively, we can do a lot. This is the only option that we have. I don't have any other option, I think. Thank you.